let's review Béis products. If you don't know what Béis is, it's a brand made by Shay Mitchell. It is a travel product company, and I have been thoroughly obsessed with so many items. I have 3 that I'm going to show you right now, and I have traveled to 3 different places with it. I've traveled to New York, I've traveled to Colorado twice, and later on this month, I'm going to be traveling with it to Thailand. We'll see how well that goes down. Follow along, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more adventures and how it really puts up. It's probably been one of my most favorite purchases from last year and this year. So we're gonna jump right in, and the first one that I'm gonna show you and review is this bag. This is called the Sling Bag, and I got it in the color Slate. Woo! Everything in this works so well. The only critique that I have right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, is that the zip-up pouch for this retractable water bag, if you do want to zip this up, sometimes it can get jammed. I'll test it for you guys right now. Zips all the way up. Okay, it's been okay, right? I guess the way it came, it already came jammed, but you really have to like tuck this thing in and make sure that the zipper isn't gonna get caught on any excess material. But for me, I keep it open or I do use it. So let's start with the features. The main feature on this one is the retractable water bottle pouch. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like without it. I have nothing in my bag right now, but I'm telling you, I fit so much stuff. I fit my vlog camera, the tripod, my Kindle, my phone, wallet items, travel-friendly aquaphors, hand sanitizers, travel-friendly lotions, all in here. Let me show you what it looks like once I do pull this baby out and add, this is a full water bottle, by the way. That's what it looks like. The most amazing thing about this is that it lets me be hands-free. I've taken this grocery shopping, I've taken it hiking, I've taken it literally anywhere that I can. Let me show you the other dimensions that are in here. Whenever I go anywhere, I always have my water bottle with me, and it's just made it a lot easier so that I don't have to walk around carrying this and my bag or this and my phone. I just have it all in here. My phone sits here, and if I need anything, both my hands are very open and it's easy to use. Take this off. Also love that it has a metal clasp. It's not one of those like cheap plastic ones that sometimes get stuck, because I have had those in the past. But there are so many pockets in here. In this pocket are 2 pockets. It's like Inception. So in here is where I usually keep my phone, and I'm gonna demonstrate it for you actually. I keep my phone in here. My case is pretty bulky, so I know that it's not gonna go down all the way. But I keep my phone in here, and then I always keep lip products, because I do have sensitive skin, on the other side of the pouch, right? So my Aquaphor is sitting in there. Sometimes I do have other lip glosses or the Clinique Black Honey that I have sitting in there as well, and then my phone. So that is what I usually have in here, the ones that are very easily accessible. I also fit hair ties in there for quick on the goes, whenever I just need to put my hair up and out of my face, like when I'm eating. Those are the main occasions. Next one, we have this other pouch in here where you can fit your cards in here, okay? So if you don't want to bring a full wallet, which I recommend not doing when you are using this bag, because it just saves so much space. And then there's still a lot of room at the very bottom. I put my AirPods in here, or I do have a lot of allergies, so I always carry around either a Benadryl or, what is the other one called? A Claritin is the one that I also carry around, and that's what I put in here as well. Then we zip it up, and then we have the third pocket, which opens up all the way down to kind of like a mini backpack. And there's more pockets in here too. My favorite part about this is the felt lining that's in here. This is where I put you. This is where I put my vlogging camera when I am on the go, and I also put the tripod because it's small enough to fit in here, and it keeps it really well protected. If I wanted to, I could fit a Kindle in here, and I actually have it, so I can show you guys. So I have a case on it too, and I just throw it all in there, and look it's just so snug. It's perfect. I think this is like the cheapest Kindle that you get too. I know that there's bigger ones, but there's obviously a lot more space if you did want to fit a bigger version of it in there. Also on the inside, this is where I usually like to put my hand sanitizer, my lotion, and any other like small necessities. Like if I'm shopping and I need the receipts, I'll just put this in here as well. You could put your sunglasses in here. I'm the type of person that wears my sunglasses on my head or right here, so I don't really need the space. But if you did want to have more protective area, this is the best place for it. And it is truly like really, really soft. I haven't been able to use this yet, but if you did want to have more secure items in here, like let's say you're traveling, maybe you can fit your passport in here or anything else that you need on you that just needs another layer of protection and its own little department. This is a great place for it too. And they have this really handy key leash, which is honestly just so life-saving, right? And that's not the last part, okay? We already talked about the retractable pouch, which I do not zip up anymore for fear of it just catching and me not being able to open it up. You could use this as another department to hold other items, right? But I'm always using my water bottle and it's always out. And the last fun part of this is the back compartment. If all the other pockets didn't work for you, or you just happen to need more space out of this already very efficient, cute looking bag, then just know that you're gonna have space. And that's pretty much it. This bag has seriously been a life changer, especially when I'm traveling. I use these types of bags all the time because I just like the fact that it sits right here for safety reasons. I don't want something behind me. I don't want a huge purse. I just have a love-hate relationship with purses, so they're not usually my number one thing that I want to look for. The appearance of it, the functionality of it, the amount of space and things that you can put in here, it gets like a 10 out of 10 for me. This isn't sponsored, by the way, but I put my sister on it, I put her girlfriend on it, I put my cousin and her boyfriend on it, trying to get my boyfriend on it. My parents want one, my aunts and uncles are showing interest, and I figured, you know what? The world needs to know about this. My world, the people who know me need to know about this, okay? The next thing that we're gonna review is the carry-on luggage. This was my first purchase along with the backpack, which I'll show you later on. But this has made traveling insanely easy. All of these have, right? So before I had this, I had one of those really old carry-ons that only have 2 wheels and they don't do 360, and you have to carry it behind you. You can't carry it right next to you because that's just how the wheels work. And it was so difficult to get through the aisles. And it just was not cute at all, okay? This was probably my second pick of color. Originally, I really wanted the maple one, but they're out of stock, and I know that was a limited edition, so I'm keeping my eye out. Let's start with the outside features. This thing right here is retractable so that you can hold other bags, I think up to 15 pounds. That way your hands aren't full, right? So for example, let me get my sling bag. This feature was really helpful when I would order food at the airport and need to lug it to another gate or something. That way my hands weren't full. I could just stick it on here and have it hold. And it was perfect. So let me show it to you for the sling bag, for example. Boom, right? So you could technically have something on here and just roll it around, and it'll just be totally fine. It's such a cool idea, right? Another option for you to keep your hands free. So I'm gonna take this out. This luggage is expandable, so you can open it up and have it open, I don't even know, like another 1.5 inches or something. As for comfort, the handle has a little cushion underneath, which I didn't even know I needed until I had it. Over here is a TSA friendly lock. So when you do have things, you can lock it into place. You can lock your zippers into place. I'm not gonna lock it right now because I am gonna open it, but you could just lock it right in here. The main reason my dad wants one of these now is because it has an automatic weight indicator. It'll show you if this bag is over 50 pounds, which in the US is great. I'm gonna test it out with international travel because I think there it's like, I don't even know how many kilograms, but I think it equates to 45 pounds instead of 50 pounds is their weight limit. How it works is that this slot right here will turn red if it is over 50 pounds. This one, that right there, will turn red, okay? And then all you have to do is just hold it up like this, and if it doesn't turn red, then you're fine. Then it's under 50 pounds. So let's open this baby up and let me show you the wonders that is this face bag. I have not used this. I'll try using it for Thailand, but they have a pocket section here and another section here that you can put different types of clothes. Compression straps, compression straps. It makes it so much easier, especially if you have packing cubes, which I do use. I put my packing cubes in here, and the packing cubes themselves have compression straps in them. And then having these compression straps on top of those compression straps, you can fit a lot of stuff in this carry-on luggage. This part right here, this is where I usually put like my toiletries or my toothbrush and whatever else I need on these hidden pockets, but it opens up to another area right here. There's no more pockets in this anymore, but this is where I like to put, if I am traveling back, like my dirty clothes, dirty laundry, things that might need a little bit extra security, because this does come out. But at its core, this is everything I need for a carry-on and more. There's another little pocket right here that can hold anything else that you need, maybe keys that you're not using. But that is the Béis carry-on bag. The carry-on bag also came with a laundry bag, which is labeled dirt bag right here. Also came with a shoe bag. Love having all of those things separate from all my clean clothes. That way I don't get any more muck on them. All right, next and the last thing to review is the backpack. Main feature that I love about this bag is that it opens up all the way like a suitcase. I'm the type of person that likes to travel with only carry-on. I don't want to check in any bags if I don't have to, even if it's free, specifically for the reason that I don't have to wait for the carousel and for them to bang up my bags, right? Unless I absolutely need to, then I can. But if I can get away with just doing carry-on for 10 days, I'm totally okay with that. Also, if you've seen my pack with me to Colorado vlog, I use all of these items and I actually show you what I put in there and how I organize it. And I highly recommend that if you're thinking about getting this bag, to watch that video so that you can really see it in action. But let's start here. There's 3 main compartments in this whole bag. The first one is going to be this front pouch, which has an area for 2 pens, and I like to bring the pens that have this tip on it. That way, if I am wearing gloves or anything else, I still have an option to not only write on paper, but to write on my phone. And then they also have another area that can fit your Kindle. This is where I put my Kindle last time, and travel Lysol wipes. That's what I put in here, and anything else that you need. I could fit my toiletry bags in here, whatever else. Like, it's very, the front pocket is very basic, but again, it still fits a lot of stuff. And the quality is pretty good. The only downside I have to this is when I received this bag, some of the stitching was like poking out in certain areas. So I was worried that it was just gonna break on me during the trip, but it was very durable. Still little bits of it that the stitching is not great. The stitching is not great on some of these areas, but it's lasted me 3 separate trips, and I do tend to overpack it a little bit, as in make it a little heavier than it's supposed to be, so that might be one of the other reasons. But because it came in with the stitching just kind of all over the place, this one I actually won't give a 10 out of 10, but I will give it still like an 8 out of 10, just because the stitching really just was like, if you're paying this money, like, I want to make sure that the stitching is good and it's not just like flailing everywhere. We're gonna skip the middle compartment for now because I have to lay it down for that. But on the back is a laptop compartment. It's padded. This is where I keep my MacBook Pro right here, and any other electronics that I need safely back here. With all Béis products, you're gonna have a trolley pass-through sleeve that you can stick right into your carry-on luggage. I don't even wear this on my back because it has the trolley sleeve. 2 water bottle holders. They're kind of stiff. If you have a water bottle that's bigger than this, it's probably not going to fit, because there's like certain angles where it just won't work, especially if all of this is like packed full. This has been hard for me to get in because you have to create like a little bit of a dent here in order for it to slide in nicely. So when it's full, it doesn't slide in as nice, but at the end of the day, it still works. Okay, for my favorite part is the middle compartment. This baby opens up all the way. All right, and there's a compression strap in there. Again, I use organizers to pack, and with those organizers they have compression straps, and then these babies have compression straps, so you can just fit a ton of stuff in here. And then at the very top, they have two different compartments. This one's kind of mesh. I travel with masks, so this is where I usually put my masks. And then in this area is usually where I put my medicine, which you can kind of see a little bit here right now. And it works perfectly. If you want to see me pack this in action, watch the Pack With Me to Colorado vlog. My boyfriend and I are actually going to Thailand later this month, and I'm going to make another Pack With Me vlog to see how much I can fit for our 2-week stay in Thailand. And we're not just staying in one area. We're going from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, from Bangkok to Phuket, from Phuket back to Bangkok. So it's not just we're being stationary, like I'm going to see how well this flies internationally and also within Thailand, Asian countries, right? So if you're interested in that, subscribe and I'll keep you updated. But that is the backpack. This is my setup when I travel, okay? This right here. And this bag is small enough that it fits on the front bag, because if you are only doing carry-on, then you're really only allowed to have one personal item and one carry-on. But when you're walking throughout the airport or you need something that's easily accessible, I keep this on me, and then before we board, I put this in here. Don't even think about it. Yes, this backpack fits underneath the seats. I haven't had any problems with it. It fits perfectly under. And there's still a little bit of like leg room either to the left or to the right of it. And as for the carry-on, for Southwest flights, it fits perfectly. You can fit it vertically in there and it's not going to have any problems. I did fly United once and they had to turn my bag sideways horizontally because it wasn't closing because of like the wheels. Other than that, I haven't had any problems. They haven't asked me to check it in or anything. It's just been perfect. So we'll see how it works on international flights. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And if you want to see me pack for my Thailand trip, then subscribe to this channel and get in the know. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.